Uyghurs when Ilham began publishing in the 1990s. His work is a reminder that today's internment camps are merely the crescendo of a longer, deeper, and more entrenched dispossession of the Uyghurs. But Ilham's work is not just relevant to the problems of the Uyghurs, or even of minorities in China more generally. It offers a distinctive perspective on global phenomena of marginalization, a perspective honed outside the boundaries of Western-dominated academic conversations like post-colonial studies and the sociology of race. To give one example, his description of minoritized groups as social blank space, an open field in which social experiments can be conducted at will, is at once a fresh response to the Chinese context and immediately recognizable in the global history of colonization and subjugation. The nuances of Ilham's contributions at both levels, explaining the development of China's current cultural cleansing program and broadening our understanding of marginalization at a global scale, are perhaps best appreciated alongside a basic introduction to their context. This is because, on the one hand, the Uyghurs and other minorities of the People's Republic of China are unfamiliar to many, and, on the other hand, all of Ilham's writings to date have been undertaken in highly constrained circumstances, in which each word choice was a danger to Ilham and his friends and family. Much was left unsaid, and many apparently small gestures have enormous import. For these reasons, I offer here some basic introductory remarks about the Uyghurs and their relationship to China, along with notes on Ilham himself and his relationship to the current Chinese government. The Uyghurs and China. Ilham is a member of the Uyghur ethnic group, a people whose Turkic language, Central Asian traditions, Islamic heritage, and, in most cases, physical features set them apart from China's largest ethnic group, the Han. The Uyghur homeland has been known by various names over the centuries: Siyu, Mogolistan, Alashar, Kashgaria, Little Bukharia, Eastern Turkestan. But today it falls within the borders of China's Xinjiang administrative unit. This name, officially bestowed on the region in the late 1800s, gives a hint of how the Uyghurs came under Chinese rule. It is a Chinese word for new territory. When China's last imperial dynasty, the Qing, fell to revolutionaries in 1912, intellectuals and politicians trying to build a new Chinese order faced a conundrum. One important source of support for the revolution had been the ethno-nationalist idea that the Qing rulers, who were Manchus rather than Chinese, were outsiders, barbarian conquerors prone to misrule. But the Manchus had not only conquered Chinese-inhabited lands, they had also conquered Tibet, Mongolia, and the part of Turkestan they renamed Xinjiang. What did the Chinese leaders who took control of the Qing state do with this imperial inheritance? The question was particularly fraught because many Chinese thinkers saw themselves as opponents of imperialism, Manchu, Japanese, and European. Some argued that their new Republic of China should release the other conquered regions. They lost the argument to Sun Yat-sen and others, who redefined China to encompass everything the Manchu Qing emperors had controlled, and the Chinese as anyone within these borders. Thus, the Uyghurs today fall under the rule of the People's Republic of China because of the Qing Empire's conquests. This basic fact is widely known among Uyghurs in Xinjiang, spread in part through popular historical fiction. It leads many Uyghurs to dream of an independent state that can recapture what they see as the glory of pre-Qing Eastern Turkestan. Such aspirations are notably absent from Ilham's writings. Instead, Ilham accepts as a starting point the Uyghurs' membership in the Chinese nation-state, and his criticisms and recommendations employ the current Chinese government's understanding of what China was and is. He is trying to convince a Chinese audience to treat Uyghurs justly, and he unfolds his argument within the premises of official PRC history. To deal with the great diversity of ethnic identities that the new China encompassed, the Communist Party of China, CCP, borrowed Stalin's theories of ethnicity and nationality, but they made important changes. Whereas Stalin had saved the term minority for groups that were dispersed among larger populations, his model case was the Jews. The Communist Party of China labeled all nationalities under its control minorities, except, of course, the Han. Within their historical homeland, strictly the southern